Dear students, today we'll have a discussion on tie-line control with primary speed control in two-area system. Here, to derive this equation, we need to consider the two-area system for the power system and networks. Here, you have to consider area number 1 and area number 2. In between this area number 1 and 2, we are having a tie line with respect to the power of P12, and that tie line is having a reactance of X tie. To represent this two area system in terms of the electrical equivalent circuit, so we need to take the two areas 1 and 2. So area number 1 is having E1 angle of delta 1 and area number 2 is having E2 angle of delta 2, and area number 1 is having a reactance of x1 and area number 2 is having a reactance of x2, and this tie line what we are having, it is having a reactance of x tie. So after this, let us consider a positive power flow to be taken as P12 from area number 1 to 2. That is, you need to take the power flow from area number 1 to area number 2. After taking that power flow, the power flow on the tie line for area number 1 and 2 is P12 is equal to E1 E2 divided by X12 into sine of delta 1 minus delta 2. So equation you have to take, that is already you know the equation for power. P is equal to EV by X into sine of delta. So similar way, P12 is equal to E1 E2 into X12 into sine of delta 1 minus delta 2 divided by X12. You can take it as equation number 1, wherein X12 is nothing but what? It is the total reactance of that area 1, area 2 and the tie line, x1 plus x2 plus x tie. Here the equation 1 can be linearized about the initial operating points. That is, you can take the initial operating points or initial angle as delta 1 is equal to delta 10 and delta 2 is equal to delta 20. So same way you have to rewrite the equation for equation number 1 as delta P12, that is change in the power flow from 1 to 2 is taken as E1 E2 divided by X12 into cos of delta 10 minus delta 20 into delta of 1 2. Here delta of del 1 2 is nothing but what? It is the change of delta 1 minus change of delta 2. Let T is equal to E1 E2 divided by X12 into cos of delta 10 minus delta 20. Here what is T? T is nothing but it is the synchronizing torque coefficient. So instead of writing delta P12, write it as synchronizing torque coefficient is equal to E1 E2 divided by X12 into cos of delta 10 minus delta 20. Here this E1 E2 divided by X12 can be written as P max, that is maximum power output of that system. So P max is into cos of delta 10 minus delta 20. So take it as equation number 3. Here whatever the equations we have written for that, the block diagram representation of the two area system with only primary control is shown below here. No secondary control is necessary or required here in this system. Here summation blocks are there, so it is area number 1 and area number 2. So ACE it is given as K11 divided by S, and that summation with the summation block it will be given to 1 divided by 1 plus STG1 and 1 divided by 1 plus STTR. Here TG1 is nothing but it is there with respect to the generator modeling, TTR, and here it is the combination of the generator plus load. That is already in the load equation you have seen that 1 divided by 2 HS plus D. Instead of writing only 1 divided by 2 HS plus D, it is taken for area 1, so you have to write it as H1 and D1. So similar thing you have to write it for area number 2. Here only the change is 1 divided by 1 plus STG1 is replaced by STG2, TTR1 is replaced by TTR2, and D1 is replaced by D2, H2 is replaced by H1. So this will be for the block diagram or the block diagrammatic representation of AGC for two area system. So here in the next step what we need to do is you need to take change in the load on area number 1. First you need to take change in the load on area number 1, then area number 2, and you can summarize it for change in the load for both areas. So first you take change in the load for area number 1. Here you need to consider a load change of delta P1 in area number 1 when the system has reached a steady state in both the areas and will have same steady state frequency deviation. What do you want to do? You need to take change in the load delta P1 in area 1 when system is reached to the steady states in both areas and it should have a same frequency deviation. Therefore, delta of omega is equal to delta of omega 1 is equal to delta of omega 2. That is, you can take it as equation number 4. And if we assume that the mechanical powers are constant, then delta Pm1 minus delta 1 2 minus delta PL1 is equal to delta omega of d1. That is what you can write it as equation number 5. When this equation number 5 will be there, if you assume that the mechanical power outputs are constant, and this is for area number 1. Next you can take it for area number 2. Only the thing is delta Pm1 is replaced by delta Pm2, and the next one is delta P12, and here delta PL2 will not be there. Directly you can write it as delta Pm2 plus delta P12 is equal to delta omega d2. Further, you can write Pm1 as minus of delta omega divided by R1 and Pm2 as minus of delta omega divided by R2. This you can take it as equation number 7. This equation number 7, that is the value of Pm1 and Pm2, you substitute here in for Pm1 and here for Pm2. So that can be written as, that is equation number 5 can be written as minus of P12 minus of delta L1 is equal to delta omega of 1 divided by R1 plus D1. How it comes is the value of Pm1 is minus of delta omega divided by R1. Here you substitute minus of delta omega divided by R1, and minus of delta P12 minus delta PL1 is equal to delta omega D1, it will remain. So whatever the value you are having, delta omega divided by R1, you take it on the other side, that is here with respect to delta omega d1. So here minus of delta p12 it will remain as it is, minus of delta pl1 it will remain as it is. So on the other side, on the RHS, we are there with delta omega d1 and delta omega r1. So delta omega you take it as a constant, so it will be for 1 divided by r1 plus d1. What is left out? 1 divided by r1, because r1 is in the denominator, and plus d1 will be there with respect to this. So it will be for the equation number 5. Similarly, you can take it for equation number 6 also. What is there? Delta Pm2 value is minus of delta omega divided by R2. So minus of delta omega divided by R2, if you substitute here, and if you want to substitute here, directly you can substitute here, or otherwise you can take on the RHS with respect to delta omega d2. So here we are remained with only delta P12 is equal to, again same thing, delta omega is common for both, 1 divided by R2 plus d2. Only the change is 1 divided by R1, instead of that you have to write it as 1 divided by R2, and d1 is replaced by d2. So if you take delta omega on the other side, then we are left out with delta PL1 is equal divided by 1 divided by R1 plus R2 plus D1 plus D2. Here we are separated 1 divided by R1 and R2 and D1 plus D2, and they are written in a separate manner. This you take it as equation number 8, or directly you can write it as delta omega is equal to delta PL1 minus, it will remain as it is in the numerator. In the denominator, instead of writing 1 divided by R1 plus 1 divided by R2, directly you can take it as a beta 1, and instead of writing d1 and d2 you can take it as beta 2. Beta 1 is what? 1 divided by r1 plus 1 divided by r2, and here beta 2 is d1 plus d2. This is for change in area number 1. Similarly, directly you can write it as the equation for change in the load for area number 2. Here, consider the load change as delta P12 in the area number 2. So, delta PM1 minus delta P12 is equal to delta omega D1 is the first equation, and delta PM2 plus delta P12 minus of delta L2 is equal to delta D2 omega D2 is the second equation. So, if you take as we have done here, then directly you can write the equation as delta omega is equal to, instead of delta PL1 you have to write it as delta PL2, remaining as it is beta 1 d plus beta 2, right? So equation number 9 and equation number 11, what you are taking here, only the change is, instead of writing for delta PL1, here you have to write it as minus of delta PL2. Beta 1 and beta 2 again it remain as it is, R1 divided by R1 plus R2 and D1 plus D2. Here you are done with change in the load with respect to area number 1 and area number 2. Suppose if you combine both the areas, then what we are having, if you have a simultaneous change in both the areas, at that time what we need to do is you have to write the equation for that, that is delta pm1 minus delta p12 minus delta pl1 is equal to delta of omega d1. And similarly for area number 2 we can write it as delta pm2 plus delta p12 minus of delta pl2 is equal to delta omega d2. Always you have to take it as delta for change in the load. So here we are left out with minus of delta p1 minus of delta p2. These two you have to take equal to delta omega d1 minus of pm1, this one, and plus delta omega d2 minus pm2. These two are plus here. So if you take on the other side, then it will be for minus, right? So if we take it on the other side, then it will be for minus. So what we need to do, we need to have a control over both the areas. So here delta omega d1 minus pm1, delta omega d2 minus of delta pm2. So delta omega you take it on the outside, so it will be for d1 plus 1 divided by r1, and delta omega if you take outside from this, then it will be for d2 plus 1 divided by r2. So it will be delta omega of beta 1 plus beta 2. What is beta 1 here? d1 plus 1 divided by r1 is beta 1, and beta 2 is d2 plus 1 divided by r2. So combinedly for both the areas we can write the equation as delta omega is equal to minus of delta pl1 plus delta pl2 divided by beta 1 plus beta 2. There in the load change for area number 1 we have written it as omega of minus of delta pl1 divided by beta 1 plus beta 2. For area number 2 it is minus of delta pl2 divided by beta 1 plus beta 2. But here if you combine both the load changes in area number 1 and area number 2, then it will be for minus of delta pl1 plus minus plus delta pl2 divided by beta 1 plus beta 2. So this is what the derivation we are having for the tie line flow with respect to the two area system. Thank you.